Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Summer goes ballistic over Harrison's disappearance and Jordan makes contact with Kyle. Today on The Young and the Restless, Victor and Jack set aside their differences to help their families. Victoria and Summer butt heads, and Jordan lies to Harrison. All products and services featured are independently chosen by editors. However, soaps.com may receive a commission on orders placed through its retail links, and the retailer may receive certain auditable data for accounting purposes. At the Abbott mansion, Jack and Diane are flabbergasted. They just saw Claire at the party. Kyle says she came by with Harrison's lucky bunny charm. He wanted her to read him a bedtime story. They were just right there. I didn't see the harm in it. I called the police. As Jack and Diane urge him to calm down, Summer walks in. Kyle tells her their son is gone. Summer says this can't be and goes up to check his favorite hiding places. Kyle shouts, "Damn it. Why did I trust her with him?" Diane frets. There has to be an explanation. This can't be a kidnapping. Summer reappears and shouts, "That's exactly what this is." Harrison's room is untouched and his favorite things are still there. She turns on Kyle. "How could you let this happen? How could you let that psychopath take our son?" Jack warns, "Don't panic." Diane thinks her husband is right. Summer wonders what else they need to know. Jack asks Kyle to talk them through what happened. Kyle describes how Claire found a lucky bunny and brought it over. When Harrison saw she'd brought the lucky charm, he was so grateful. He asked her to read him a bedtime story. He saw no harm in it. Summer hollers about him leaving the boy alone with her. Kyle screams that it was sweet. He never in a million years thought that. Summer hollers, "You didn't think, did you?" She cries that she's a convicted felon who just got out of the psych ward, and now she has their little boy. When the police arrive, Summer watches as Kyle talks to the officer. Diane brings her water. She just wants her son back. Jack assures her they have to trust the authorities to do their job. Summer laments that Harrison thinks everyone is good, but there are bad people out there. Diane can't understand why Claire would want to take him. Summer questions, "Why would she poison my dad and my grandparents, her own parents? She's a crazy person." Jack thinks that was Jordan's plan. Summer argues Claire went along with everything her aunt did. She's had access to the Newman money and could be set for life. Tracy appears and asks what's going on. Jack explains and asks if she saw or heard anything. Kyle hopes they'll find something on the security footage. Summer notices Kyle's glass of whiskey and thinks she got him drunk so she could execute her plan. She probably stole Harrison's lucky charm so as to have an excuse to come over there and get Harrison alone. How long has she been planning this? Summer can't wait around and storms out. "I'm going to get my own answers." Kyle curses. Jack and Tracy tell Kyle she's just lashing out. Kyle asks, "Did I completely misread Claire?" Summer wanted nothing to do with her. What if she's right? Jack says they have to consider the possibility she's been planning this all along. Kyle recalls that she told him about her own lucky charm and how happy she was to be free from Jordan. Tracy muses that details make a made-up story seem real. Kyle wonders how he could have been so gullible. Jack assures his son they'll find Harrison and bring him home. Diane whispers to Tracy that there's an emotionally unstable person upstairs. Tracy's aghast. Is she suggesting that Ashley had something to do with Harrison's disappearance? Diane says they have to consider all possibilities. At the tack house, Victoria hollers, "I'm coming," as someone frantically bangs at the door. It's Summer, who asks if Claire brought Harrison there. Victoria says she texted her that she was bringing his good luck charm to him at home. Why would she bring Harrison here? Summer gasps, "Claire took Harrison. They're both missing." Victoria says Claire would never take Harrison and assures Summer that they're not there. She calls Claire and leaves her a message that it's late and she's worried about her. "Call me when you get this, all right?" Summer takes off. At the Abbott mansion, Diane tells Tracy that Ashley is sound asleep. "I'm wrong, but can you blame me with how she's been acting lately?" Tracy knows her sister would never harm an innocent child. Diane knows that but says whoever has Harrison might. At the ranch, Summer and Victoria tell Victor and Nikki that Claire and Harrison are missing. Summer explains that Claire brought Harrison's lucky bunny to the house and Kyle left them alone together. Now they're both gone. Victor asks how she knows Claire took him. Summer knows because of her history and because Kyle would have heard if someone else was in the house. Nikki's sure that Jordan's behind this. Summer argues that as far as they know, Jordan left town. Claire, on the other hand, has been fixated on Harrison since she met him. Victoria protests. She loves children. Summer says she stole his good luck charm as an excuse to go to the Abbott house. She knew they would all be distracted by the party. Nikki insists it's Jordan. Summer hollers at them to stop giving Claire an out. They let her into their home and now look what's happened. She tricked you all, again. Victor calls Jack and asks for updates. Jack says the police are there and are looking over the grounds and the security footage. Victor will send his team over to help. Jack asks how the women are. Victor says Summer's blaming Claire, which doesn't sit well with Victoria. Jack doesn't want to blame Claire, and neither does Kyle, but no other explanation makes sense. At the Abbott house, the police officer says a delivery truck arrived tonight. It was late and parked at the back for 10 minutes before leaving. Diane goes to check and says the regular flower delivery came, but they're all just tossed at the back door. Tracy frowns. That's not how it usually happens at all. At the ranch, Cole has arrived and declares that Claire would never harm a child. This is all my aunt. Turning to Summer, he says, she has our child and yours. Summer's sick to death of them all blindly trusting Claire. And she's furious with Kyle for leaving her alone with Harrison, knowing how she felt about her. Victoria snaps that she's her cousin. She's been overcoming all sorts of abuse. Do you know she's trying so hard to be your friend? Summer retorts. Why is that? To get closer to Harrison? She muses that maybe she does take after her aunt. Maybe she stole a kid for her own insane reasons, to have a do-over on the childhood she never had, or to punish another kid that she was out of some sick, twisted revenge. Victoria understands this is terrifying, but her theories don't make sense. Summer says psychopaths don't make sense. They're all blind when it comes to Claire. She tried to kill you. They've forgotten all of that. Even you, Grandpa. You want us to be a big, happy family so badly. Her son is now paying the price. Do any of you care about Harrison? She rants that they're all too busy defending Claire, who they barely know. Victor asks her to sit and reminds her how careful he is about people coming into their circle. I brought Claire in here. I thought about that. I brought her in here, as suspicious as I am. That should give you assurance that Claire did not do this. Summer glares. At the Abbott mansion, Kyle figures the delivery truck was a cover for whoever came in there and took Harrison. Anyone seeking a ransom could target the boy. Finding Claire may have been an accident. His instincts can't be that bad. Jack says the police will reach out to the driver. Diane thinks they should prepare for a ransom demand. Kyle's panic heightens, but Jack tells his son they have to stay calm to get Harrison back there safely. At the ranch, Summer knows that her grandfather loves Harrison. Victoria says, we all do. She points out he was her stepson before he was Summer's. Summer snaps. Then why can't you see the danger he's in? Victoria thinks he and Claire are both in danger. Summer stands up and declares that they let Claire into this family, and now she has Harrison. Do whatever it takes to find them. You at least owe me that. Make sure she brings Harrison home, and make sure she never has the chance to harm a child again, or she will never forgive any of them. Summer walks out, and Nikki tells the group they all know this is Jordan. Summer doesn't want to entertain the idea because it's too terrifying. Victoria questions how Jordan would plan this. How would she know Claire would find Harrison's good luck charm and go to the Abbott house? Nikki thinks she pivoted when she realized she couldn't penetrate the security at the club. Cole thinks that sounds like his aunt. Victor agrees, she's a master opportunist. Victoria wonders if Claire was her target and Harrison ended up as collateral damage. Nikki thinks they have to consider the possibility that Summer is right and Claire is involved. What if Jordan was somehow able to draw her back in? At the Abbott manse, Jack hangs up with the police and tells the group the floral delivery service can't get in touch with the driver. The truck has been abandoned. Tracy thinks this was planned by someone who knew when their deliveries were and figures they're still watching the house so the police leave and their call isn't traced. Jack argues they don't know this is a ransom situation. Diane is scared and Jack pulls her into his arms. Summer comes in and Kyle and Jack update her on the delivery truck. Kyle says it proves it has to be an outsider. Summer asks how that proves anything. Claire could have come in the delivery truck and parked out back to make a quick escape with Harrison. Kyle argues that the truck was only there for 10 minutes and Claire was there much longer than that. The kidnapper came in the truck. Summer fumes that Claire could have been involved, the person on the inside. Kyle asks, so she's part of some kidnapping ring now? Summer cries that her grandmother thinks Jordan could be involved. Claire was her accomplice before. She tells Jack that the police need this information. Just then, Kyle gets a text and says, it's Claire. It says, I have Harrison. He can keep him safe by helping my aunt. She knows the Newmans will never let her go free. It's up to you and Summer. Details to follow. Summer implores Kyle to call her and demand she bring Harrison back. Kyle says they need to think. Jordan could still be involved. Summer hollers that she is and Claire is her accomplice. Kyle suggests that Jordan could be threatening Claire or using her phone when she doesn't know about it. Summer is furious that he continues to defend Claire. Kyle hollers, because I can't stand knowing that my son is alone and terrified with two lunatics. That I put my son in danger by trusting the wrong person, that he trusted Claire. He called her his new friend, and she did this to him. That I let this happen. Summer says, I hate this too, but the sooner you accept that she did this. Kyle implores, just think about it. If Claire isn't a part of this, if this is all Jordan, our son has an ally, a protector, someone who will look out for him and make sure he gets home safe. Summer says that's wishful thinking and pointless. Their son is out there somewhere and he needs them. Jack thinks the text indicates that Jordan, with or without Claire, is willing to negotiate. Tracy takes it as a positive sign. At the ranch, Victoria and Cole are dismayed that Nikki's suggesting Claire could be a part of this. Nikki's not accusing her, but how could Jordan pull this off without Claire? Victoria refuses to believe that Claire would take Harrison. This is another twisted revenge plot of Jordan's. Cole insists they'll find them both. We're looking for logic here. Victor says there's no logic where Jordan's concerned. Just then, Victor takes a call from Jack, who says it all ties back to Jordan. He updates Victor that Kyle's had a text from Claire saying she has Harrison and they'll have to help Jordan. Victor learns that details will follow and Jordan no longer believes the Newmans will let her go. As Victor questions Jack, Cole and Victoria work to convince Nikki that Claire's not involved. She would never help Jordan steal a child. Victor tells the group that it seems Claire has Harrison and is demanding that they help Jordan. Victoria says that can't be right. She takes the phone and speaks to Jack, who says it was a text. Victoria's convinced that Jordan took Claire's phone and is holding her captive too. Victor says he's going over to Jack's. Cole and Victoria want to come, but Victor makes them stay there. He fumes. I'm going to get that woman, once and for all. I've had enough of this nonsense. Victoria tells Cole she hates to say it or even think it, but what if Summer is right? What if there were signs they didn't see? What if Jordan somehow got to her? Nikki says it anyone can, Jordan can. Cole tells Victoria this is what Jordan does. She makes people question their instincts. We know Claire's heart. Victoria does, but that means the worst could be true. Claire could be Jordan's victim again. Cole embraces Victoria and Nikki contemplates the bar. At the Abbott mansion, Jack and Tracy agree that it's good for Victor to come over. He knows what they're dealing with. Across the room, Kyle tells Summer how much Harrison means to him. They're so lucky to have him and he's so lucky to have her as his mother. He'll move heaven and earth to bring him home. Whatever the demands are, they'll meet them and get him home safe and sound. Summer intones, you damn well better. This happened because of choices you made, trusting Claire. If anything happens to our son, it's on you. In a motel room, Jordan puts Claire's phone down. Harrison tells her, I don't know you. I want to go home to my mom and dad. Jordan reminds him that his parents don't want him anymore. I'm your Aunt Jordan and I'm going to take care of you from now on.